Welcome to your movement practice. Go ahead and make your way into a comfortable seat. Once you arrived in your seat, begin to settle into the breath. As you settle into the breath, the body will soon follow. You settle the mind into the body. Hi, welcome to your movement practice. We'll begin by coming to a comfortable seated position. And begin to settle your attention on the breath. As you settle your attention on the breath, the mind will settle into the body. Your superpower is nobody else is like you. So we'll connect to our superpower and our uniqueness. What differentiates us from others. So go ahead and shut down the eyes or find a soft gaze. And connect to your superpower, that no one else is like you. Open up the eyes. Continue to settle the mind in the body. Hi, welcome to your movement practice. I'm so glad that you're joining me. We'll begin by making our way into a comfortable seated position. And once you arrived in your seat, begin to settle the breath. Once you've settled and established the breath, the mind will begin to settle into the body. Your superpower is nobody else is like you. Soften the eyes or close the eyes. Your superpower is nobody else is like you. What uniqueness, what traits, what abilities make you the person that you are and the person you thrive to be? And take a few breaths just to ponder that idea. Settled breath in, settled breath out. Open up the eyes if they're closed, and we'll begin by making our way into a child's pose. Child's pose, knees are wide. Hips slide back towards the heels and the arms extend forward. The forehead grounds to the earth, and then roll the forehead from side to side. Settle on the breath. Massage and soften those thoughts as you roll from temple to temple. Walk the fingertips forward, tent out through the fingertips, slide the ribs down towards the hips and engage slightly through the arms. Settle into the breath. Settle into the body. Walk the hands over to the left-hand side. Bring the right palm to rest on top of the left and reach the right sit bones away from the stretch of the arms. Take it over to the other side. Bringing the left palm to rest on top of the right, stretching the left sit bones away from the reach of the arms. Come back through center, tenting out the fingers, pressing them into the earth and energetically hugging the arm bones back into the wide shoulder sockets. Take a breath in. A settling breath out. Palms will ground down. Bring the torso up into a tabletop position. Cat-cow through the spine. Drop the belly. Spread the front of the ribs wide to the earth. And then round through the back. Great place to connect to that vibrant energy that resides along the spine. Each breath bringing more awareness and attention to the areas. Come to a neutral tabletop. Curl the toes under, strong high plank. Press the earth away with the palms of the hands and lay heavy into the inner arm line. Soften your gaze. Downward facing dog. Gaze in between the shins. Soften the crease at the ankles and loosen up through those 10 toes. Come forward through a high plank. Lower the hips to the right hand side. Use your core to bring them back up to center. Hips swivel over to the left. Back up through center, strong high plank. Lower all the way down to the belly. Palms flat, fingertips facing the toes, forehead grounds down. Press into the palms, peel the chest up, slide the arms closer towards the toes, and elongate the back of the neck. 2 more times. Activate the palms. Press into the earth, lift up through the upper chest, draw the shoulders towards spine. Lower down. 1 more time. Lift up, stretch the heart forward. Reach the arms back. Release down, up through a tabletop or a high plank. Downward facing dog. Right leg goes up, open up the hip. Draw the kneecap behind you. Spiral open through the pelvis. Maybe the right rib follows in that rotation as you gaze underneath the armpit. Reach the right leg high, downward facing dog. Left leg extends back, open up through the hip. Shine the pelvis up towards the sky. Revolve around the rib cage. And settle into your extension. Come back through center, downward facing dog. Step the right foot forward to a low lunge. Surf out through your low lunge. Bend into the right leg and straighten into a pyramid. Bend and straighten. Draw back with the calf as you press down through the left heel and the outer right hip. Hold your pyramid pose. Cheat that back leg up if you need a bit more stability. And relax the forehead down. Relax the crown of the head. Lunge to high plank, mid plank, upward facing dog, downward facing dog. Left leg goes high, low lunge. Surf out your low lunge into pyramid pose. Bend and straighten through that forward leg, drawing the calf back if you need to step that back leg forward, shortening your stance. Know that it's available. Keep the front leg straight, pyramid pose. Relax forehead, relax crown of the head. Settle into the breath. Settle the mind into the body. Low lunge, high plank. Chaturanga, upward facing dog, downward facing dog. Right leg high, open up the hip. Straighten through the right leg and lean the right leg to the left. Stay rooted through the palm of the hand and open through the right armpit. Bring the sternum back towards the earth. Step the right foot forward to lunge. Standing splits, left leg lengthens towards the sky. Round through the back, cat. Lift back up, standing splits. Keep the gaze at your shin so the back of the neck doesn't kink. Round through the back. Cat. Standing splits. One more round, round through the back. Spread wide through the ribs. Standing splits. Step the left leg forward to meet your right, forward fold. Soften the jaw, soften the temples. Settle the mind in and towards the sensations of the body. Halfway lift. Forward fold. Rise up through mountain pose. Side body stretch over to the right. Come back through mountain. Side body stretch up and over to the left. Lean your hips over to the right and draw the trunk of the body to the left. Come back through center, forward fold. Step the feet back to a high plank. Cross the right ankle on top of the left. Dip the hips over to the left. Back up to center. Switch it out. Left foot on top of right. Dip the hips over to the right. Back to center. Good. 2 more times each side. Notice what's happening in the shoulders as the hips dip and the spine revolves. And what's happening to the breath. High plank to downward facing dog. Left leg goes high, open up through the hip. Straighten through that left leg, lean it over to the right hand side. Fill that space with the breath. Square the chest back to the earth, step the left leg forward for low lunge. Standing splits, right leg goes high. Standing cat-cow round through the back. Standing splits, press through the left foot, round through the back. One more time. Standing splits, a little more weight into the inner left heel, forward fold, right leg meets the left. Halfway lift, forward fold. Rise up through mountain pose. Side body stretch over to the right. Back through mountain, side body stretch over to the left. Come back through center. Lift the right leg up. Step it back to a high lunge. High lunge. Soften through the gaze. Bring the chin down slightly. And the ears and the arms back. Bring hands to heart space. Revolved crescent lunge, right elbow outside of left knee. Option to lower down onto your right knee. You'll still get the same benefits of the twist. You might find a bit more stability if you lower the knee down. Then return to the breath. Draw the navel away from the inner left thigh. Continue the gaze through the neck. Then elongate the back of your head. Exhale out your air. Unwind the spine, come back up to a high lunge. Open up to a warrior two. Surf out your warrior two, feel into it. Notice how the feet are gripping onto the earth, how you're rooting in. Reverse warrior. Extended side angle. Option to sweep that right arm up and around. Lean the chest forward, reach the arm back, stay grounded through that right outer edge of the foot. You have something to push away from, lengthen away from. Release the right hand down, come to a wide-legged forward fold. Wide-legged forward fold, halfway lift. Forward fold. Reverse swan dive brings you up to star. Triangle facing the back of your space. The right toes point forward, tilt the torso, triangle. Slight bend through your straightened legs, reaching the left arm forward, then spinning palm and rib up towards the sky. Settle the breath. Come up through star. Bring the right toes forward, the left toes point out, triangle pose. The right arm will reach forward, spiral armpit, palm up towards the sky, and then lean the hips forward as you reach the arm back. Cultivate that stability through the lower body. Come back up through center star. Wide-legged forward fold. Walk the hands around to the right, coming to a runner's lunge. The right foot toes point forward, the left knee drops down, right inner thigh opens up. You can help guide that knee down towards the earth, furthering the sensations into the outer right hip. Apply a bit of pressure through the sole of the foot or the outer edge to firm up the outer thigh as well. Toe heel the right foot back. Low lunge. Walk the hands back around. Top of your space, low lunge. High plank or ekapada, left ankle on top of right. Bend the elbows. Draw the chest through your widened arms into downward facing dog. Settle back into the breath. Settle the mind into the body. The right leg steps forward to lunge. Rise up through crescent, high crescent lunge. Stable through the feet, strong through the legs. Hands come to heart center. Option to lower down to the left knee, revolved crescent lunge. Left elbow outside of right thigh. Elongate the back of your head. Draw the inner thighs towards one another. Clear it out with the exhale. Unwind the torso, come back up to a high lunge. Open up to warrior two. Good, surf out your warrior two. Spread the space between hip to hip and the front and back side of your body nice and wide. Ground through the outer edge of the left foot, reverse warrior. Strong, courageous, connecting to the superpower that nobody else is like you. Extended side angle. No one else breathes, no one else moves, no one else thinks or experiences the way you do. There's power in that. Release into a wide-legged forward fold. Halfway lift. Forward fold. Rise up, star pose. To the back of your space, warrior one. Your toe heel, your left foot out a little wider. Bring the hips forward and draw the sternum and the shoulders over the hips. Interlace the hands at the low back for chest expansion. If chest expansion isn't accessible for you, take the hands to the elbows. Lift your breastplate up, take a full cycle of breath in. Humble, warrior one. Surrender the head, the chest, the neck. And settle back into your rhythm of breath. Press into the left foot, rise up through the torso, warrior one. Up through star, pivoting on the feet to warrior two. May need to step that left foot out, interlace the hands at the low back for chest expansion. Humble, warrior one, surrender, down. Settle the breath. Connect to what's authentic to you. Press the earth away with the right foot. Come back up through your star. Wide-legged forward fold. Walk the hands around to the left-hand side. Lower the right knee down for runner's lunge. Come to the outer edge of that left foot or stay grounded. And then if you'd like to open up a little deeper through the outer hip, just encourage that the left thigh down towards the earth. Each body is different. Sensations will show up differently in each body. We work to settle in to what's showing up, to what we're feeling, to how we're breathing. Release, toe heel the left foot back in. Walk the hands all the way back around. Low lunge front of your space. Right leg steps back, Ekapada. Downward facing dog. Left leg goes high, wild thing. Open up through the hips, stay right here. Or plant through the ball of the foot. Reach up, open up to your back bend. Free up some space in your hips as you stabilize through the shoulders and through the reach of the arm and the leg. Come back through downward facing dog. Right leg goes high. Open up the hip or wild thing. So you have the stability of the feet, the grounding of the feet to reach up and away from. Come back to downward facing dog. Walk the feet up. Lower the hips down. Come onto your bottom for fire log pose. The shins will stack on top of one another, or they'll cross in front of one another. Settle the pelvis down, settle the leg bones down. You'll take the right arm to cross in front of the chest, bring the left hand and hug the arm in towards the heart. And release the hand, reach the right arm up, take it to the nape of the neck for a bind. Maybe the left fingers grab for the right. Stay right here if that's enough sensation for you. Otherwise, begin to fold in and down. Press into the legs to lift up through the torso. Release the hands down. Plant the right foot to the outside of the left thigh. Left hand wraps around the outer left thigh. Lift long through the spine. Fingers behind your hips and twist. Good. Expand the belly towards the thigh, and then it retracts away from the thigh as you exhale. Unwind, switching out the legs. Left arm crosses on top, right hand captures it. Shoulders soften down, chest lifts up. Maybe a slight smile, reminding yourself of your superpower, that there's nobody else in this universe like you. You're an individual, unique soul. Left hand goes up, right hand behind the back for that bind, or just reach the fingertips towards one another. Melt forward and down through the torso. To release, press into the legs to lift up through the spine. Release the hands down. The left foot plants outside of the right thigh. The right arm hugs in the left thigh. Rotate. Elongate through the spine and turn towards the left shoulder. Release. Bring the legs out. Forward. Reach the hands towards the toes. Relax the toes. And then pull the chest forward and relax it down. So rounded back or straight back here, it doesn't matter. What matters is that you're connecting to your experience. The repetition of settling into the breath will help to train the mind to continue to settle into the body. Come on up. Slight bend through the knees, make your way down to your back. Happy babies, grabbing the outer edges of the feet. The heels, inside or out. There's always an option to grab underneath the knees too. Hold your happy baby, elongate the tail away from the navel. Draw the knees nice and wide. And then bring the inner thighs and knees towards your midline. A gentle hug in. Your superpower is nobody else is like you. Final Shavasana, open up the body. Lay heavy through the bones, soft through the tissues. Settle into the breath. The mind will follow and settle into the body. Welcome in gentle movements. Coming to a fetal position. This restorative position is a pose of rest. A reminder that we're unique, and that is our superpower. Then make your way up to your seat. Bringing your hands to your heart space, we'll seal in the practice with 3 breaths together. Exhale out your air. Inhale. Exhale. Breath in. And breath out. Breath in. And breath out. Owning the superpower. Nobody else is like you. With light, love, gratitude, and grace, namaste. Thank you for joining me in this movement practice. I look forward to seeing you in the next.